Welcome back to Unholy Union, blah, 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 blah. So, my save file, normally I name it episode whatever, like at the end of the episode number. My last one was called Digestible Pope, and I couldn't figure out what the hell that meant. I think what I was trying to tell myself is that we should attack the Pope now, that he's at his weakest point. Oh, hey, look at this. Nice little easily... What? How... Oh, they have a holy order. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. How about this Pope over here? How about that Pope? Oh, I'm at an activity? What am I doing? Oh, I'm doing a tournament. Okay. We'll digest the Pope later. These witches be witches, guys. Alright. I need qualifications to get in here. Prepping. We're prepping to qualify. Oh, interesting. Get tournament banners for 10 years, but it's going to upset everybody, mostly me. Let's avoid that. I could de-stress. I could use a de-stress. How about this? Let's go to the tavern and destroy. Well, let's go to the tourney grounds, right? Try to increase our... Attention, all ye who wander here. A herald's voice cuts across the crowds, milling about the tournament, and more than a few turn to face the noise. Let it be known that entering the field right now is... the herald gasped slightly, scanning the crowd for a name that had clearly been forgotten. Is my good lady and my good lord, The herald's hands clenched and unclenched spasmodically. The panic at forgetting the name of the knight who is being introduced is clear as day. Said knight, Bowbury, approaches the quailing crier with a face of thunder. They forgot his name. Alright, now we're going to go to the tavern next and de-stress. We have a throne. This is lovely. Excellent. Thrones are pretty rare. It's kind of hard to get them. Admittedly, most thrones have incredible bonuses. And frankly, they're better than the one we just got, but something is better than nothing. Why is everything here involved being stressed as hell? I came here to de-stress. Bro. Not great. Alright, the entrants mill about the tent, warming up vocal cords and memorizing stanzas as the crowd fills the amphitheater. A newcomer called Gaspero, heretofore unknown amongst the bards and poets of Sardinia and Corsica, has garnered much interest this year. My champion Stembanos and I will show these bulls what's what. Should I place a bet on myself? It's unethical to bet on yourself. I mean, if you're participating, it's just unethical to bet at all. Another verse done, another smash hit with the crowd. I'm very much enjoying myself, and the noisy appreciation of the mob only lifts my spirits even further. As I take in some applause after a particularly witty line, I can see one of my opponents, Beatrice, that's my wife, rehearsing her lines with something of a scowl on her face. A further burst of ovation confirms my suspicion. She is clearly less than happy with the reception I'm getting. Well then, perhaps that simpering soft fool needs a line prepared especially for her. If God himself were here, he would surely say, beating Beatrice at this is child's play. No, that's insane. I'm not gonna dunk on my wife at a rap battle. The crowd hollers and cheers as I compete at my latest recital. A piece designed to target Stembanos' honor and show how much greater my wit truly is. There are no doubts in anyone's mind who the clear winner is, but in the sheer euphoria of the moment, I feel the urge to loose a new poem upon my adoring crowd. Increase score immensely. 99%. Score increased immensely. Okay, good. Night begins to fall on the scene, but torches light the competition as it continues. I talk to myself under my breath, readying my lips for the next round as I reminisce about the happenings so far. Like when I step forward to take my turn. Sending the steps to the dice. It's time for the final verse. A ditty about making coin and living a good... I'm a steward, so yeah, of course. I finish my final verse, but the crowds haven't waited for the ending. The cheers drown out my words, flowers landing around me on the stage as I make my way off. I am winning. Victory is so close. Score decreases greatly. No. But I won. I won! And I de-stressed in the process. I don't know what that laugh was. Trumpets sound. The crowd clamors. Competitors begin to assemble. The contest is over. And the moment someone's moment in the sun is being ready. A herald steps forward, voice booming out across the scene. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all else, some truly spirited competition, we have our final three. In third place, the gutsy Mumamra. Coming in close second, Stembanos. And that, of course, leaves us with our victor, King Harjjaravarman. I knew I could win. Stembanos has done me proud. That's my champion. I have proven my worthiness beyond a doubt, and I am... Sorry, I had to cough. In iambic virtuoso. Okay, now I gotta crush the board game competition. Who's coming to the board game? Wow, my stats are way better than I thought they were. I guess I hadn't really checked my stat line in a while. Food and drink is abundant during the tournament, to the delight of the attendees. 3 peasants in particular seem to be sharing what it looks like an entire keg of wine. Oh, what? I'll get you for that, you fiend. One sputters drunkenly, limply throwing an empty cup at his neighbor. Salusu, I'm sorry. Help me, Pedro. You're on your own, Samaritano. Nothing happens. Rile them up for no reason. Disgusting. I could still use some stress loss. For sure. The local pub is rammed with bodies, as is expected when a tournament rolls into town. Amongst all the newcomers, though, there sits a woman who is clearly a fixture at the establishment. She eyes me with suspicion as I sit down. What are you doing here? She finally blurts out as my drink arrives. I turn to face her. She rises unsteadily to her feet. Forgive my presumptions, my lord. A flourishing, scornful bow punctuates the statement. But I reckon you couldn't handle half of that, let alone all of it. I could be highbrow. Well, unfortunately, minor landholder is most of my landholders. Or I lose a ton of score, yeah. So I've had 2 tavern events in a row that raise stress rather than lower it. Oh, the pedestal item gives 3 domain tax, 3%, and then city holdings and construction costs are way down. This is incredible, Ree. He brought this back from India. You're a genius. You're a freaking genius. This is a great item. It's perfect for my strats, which is to build more cities. Love building a city. Absolutely love it. Oh, and look, we can sponsor another inspired person. Why not? Why not? Go at it. Pop off. Oh yeah, it did that thing where when you open for the first time, it resets from aptitude to rank. Okay. My shore veers stand assembled for today's training, their attendants laden with kit. Bagula and myself stand before all. Shore veers, what you do not know, ask humbly to be taught. Together we represent the king. Let us together prepare our glories. Command us, O Lord. Watch our opponents. Learn their weaknesses. Do not falter. Berengar. Let's see here. I want a trinket made from materials you cannot find here. Oh, wow. My progress to victory is pretty high. The contestants take their place at the gaming tables, fluffing their cushions and requesting refreshments as the herald announces the contest's commencement. The games themselves are arrayed out on trestle tables, pieces polished to a mere sheen. The board game qualifiers have come to an end, and it's clear who will be put forward to the quarterfinals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheer leave no question as to the favorites. My champion Stembanos and I will show these boors what's what. I vowed to myself I would win a contest in this tournament, and I can't help it. No cheating, no. Stembanos, one of the contestants in the upcoming board game contest, has accused Gasparo of foul play even before the day of the event. Come now, Stembanos, it was harmless. The table flips with an almighty thwack, sending the tabula pieces flying. Firaz's mood turned suddenly several moves ago when he realized a simple mistake had all but decided the game in my favor. Yes, you win, King Harjjaravarman. Happy? Them up, I need to make my last move. Such unsporting behavior. I can stress myself out to increase my score. I'm going to shame him for his bad behavior. The bout between Stembanos and Mumara has been decided. It was closely fought, but in the end, Stembanos decided the game with a set of well-played moves. Stembanos is through to the semifinals. That is why he's my champion. Man, my champions usually suck, but this guy's actually good. The bout between Gasparo and my wife, Queen Beatrice, has been decided. It was closely fought, but in the end, Gasparo decided the game with a set of well-played moves. Gasparo is through to the semifinals. The bout between Rodolfo and my cupbearer Babore has been decided. Both contestants made a good showing of their skill, but ultimately, Rodolfo swooped in when Babor made one of the classic blunders. Rodolfo is through to the semifinal. The quarterfinals are over. I, Gasparo, Rodolfo, and Stembanos, and I will be facing my champion Stembanos. I will face him. Gazing quietly at the tabula table as Stembanos considers his next move, I suddenly spot it. Distracted in my idle strategizing, I have overlooked an opening which could give me a clear advantage, as long as my opponent has not anticipated it. I am conscious not to make any outward sign of recognition, lest I draw attention, scanning Stembanos' eyes for awareness or deception of the trap. 93% that we coup, and we stress. Let's do it. Oh, it worked great. The soft click of moving pieces disturbs the calm. We are deep into the endgame now, and the game hangs in the balance. I ponder what has already happened, such as when I saw the opportunity to take a risky but rewarding move. I am winning by some margin. Provided I can press this advantage hard, victory is sure on the horizon. It looks like my best chance is to psych my opponent out, and it is victory. The moment my hand leaves the playing piece, I know I've made a mistake and my opponent's artfully laid trap is sprung. A few more moves and I am clearly disadvantaged by my error. Forced into a position I didn't want at all. It's soon clear there is no comeback for Stembanos. I grind him down, inexorably moving towards these two. I don't think these two paragraphs match up with each other. The bout between Rodolfo and Gasparo has been decided. Their contestants made a good showing of their skill, but ultimately, Rodolfo... Okay, classic blunders. It's now time for me and my acclaimed knight to battle. Let's face down. It would appear my grand strategy is falling apart, and Rodolfo is gaining ground fast. If this were a matter of warfare, I would be considering a merciful surrender. I have surrendered before. Territory. I can feel my insides boil with rage and my fists clench tight, enough that they're fit for bleeding. As he reaches for his playing piece, his smug eyes meet with mine. His face melts into a look of shock and dread. Perhaps I can use this moment to intimidate him from making the next move.
Touch that piece and I'll break my fingers.
I will not dishonor myself. The soft click of PA. Yeah, okay. We already know that my top is going to be psychological warfare, and I lost, and I inducted somebody with the witchcraft. Cool. I can say he cheated, and it will hurt me quite badly, or I can accept second place. I'm going to say second is fine here. Oh, second is fine. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament, and the massed crowds begin to disperse. I find myself ruminating over the results. My mastery of verse saw me the worthy winner in the recital. Rodolfo's sharp mind outthought all adversaries to win the board game contest. Perhaps a few words. I am the host, after all, and they brought me acclaim. So I get the Grandmaster trait for +3 learning and more Has to Looter trait gain. We get bolstered garrison for +10% here. These are all great. It's good. That was a great tournament, guys. Everything went well. All right. Let's figure out what we want to do next. How are we doing on enwichening? I can't enwich. Oh no! Oh no! My heir's heir died. When did this happen? A while ago, I guess. Not a fan. Not a fan of my heir's heir dying. How about you? Can we enwichify you, my dear? 5% isn't really worth getting caught. Speaking of getting caught, make sure all these witches be witches. Well, let's look at powerful vassals then. Let's see if we can enwichify all of them. Sure. I gave this person her job as the Archon. I feel like that's a legitimate. And then maybe we throw down with the Pope now. Is it time? Is it time to Pope throw? What was that second one? Bring the Aita Sounten Laura Laid. Oh, it's the county or the duchy the papacy is in. Okay, so he only has 400,000 troops. We can call in a huge number. And we need to call in a huge number. The Northmen and the Italians are both coming in. Let's get loud. I don't suppose my Holy Order will join. Probably not. He definitely hired mercenaries as well. His troop count is inflated. Whoa, 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 whoa. They are moving out quick. Berengar is having problems out there. No, no, no. Don't get into a fight with them. No. No, 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 no. We got to push this over. We absolutely need to push this over. Oh, we did. We did push it over. Okay, good, good, good. Good, 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 good. My son Luigi and his little friend Mina have taken a copy of the scriptures from the study and brought it to the playroom. Luigi tried to read it, but quickly realized the words within are best left for priests. I would have preferred you to be zealous, but be content, my son. Be content indeed. Alright, let's try to take this barony. We need to draw them out because the fort levels here are very high. Rome is a difficult city to conquer if it's defended, so we want to make sure it's not defended by stack wiping them away from home. They're not coming for us. That's fine. I think once we capture this, we'll take a shot at them with all of these troops. Now, we do want to come at them from... We don't want to cross the river to get at them. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes a difference here, whether that river is actually part of Roman territory or whatever, but I don't want to risk it. We can just take a slightly longer route and get a similar result. This one is an 8-year-old, one of my most senior vassals. That's crazy. I'll get another round of grain shipments. Yeah. We are righteous. And now I have double sways, huh? Double sways. Interesting. It might be worth swaying this guy and swaying this guy, because they're both marrying into my family. Get it for another 10 years. The people disapprove of the deal. Well, the people don't know how good of a deal that was. Here we go. Okay, stack up, stack up. Slow time down. If your music was better, we would not complain, court musician. Oh boy, that's what we want. We want to face them outside of Rome for sure. Absolutely. Let's jump on this. This was a horrifying mistake. I mean, this is one of those ones where historians will be talking about how bad of a tactical decision this was for them for generations. Oh yeah, we got him. We got him. Uh-oh. Muslim faiths now have access to the jihad under the Caliph Tawfiq. Okay. Okay, now we take Rome. Classic anti-Roman behavior. Oh, wait. Yeah, if they want to throw down again, we'll absolutely do it. So, this guy wants to marry these two together? Sure, why not? Get them in place, bring the boys in. My elephants are always getting countered, but the great news is their power level is super duper high. Let's see here. We're gonna burn the Papal War Banner, which I'm pretty sure is some form of heresy. Okay, I think they bought another round of mercenaries. That's how they spawned another group. They grow up so fast. The children. Prince Harjjaravarman became my steward. That's fine. I thought he was already my steward. I'm gonna be honest. What are you doing over here? What are you doing? Bro. What is happening over here? Okay, who's gonna finish first? 9 months, 3 months. We have to go in on them, unfortunately. We lost our court musician. I think she got embarrassed when we said that her music was terrible. Honestly, it's a rough thing to hear, that your work is hated by everyone around you. Petronella, welcome to the world. Be the good wife who's gonna help manage the mayorship. You're gonna manage the mayorship and help bring in the monies. Wow, we got both of their banners. Ooh. Here we go again with wars and people dying constantly in the middle of the war. Oh, I would love to get them while they're trying to retreat. Please. Please let me do this. I don't love crossing a river to get at them. That's normally a bad plan, but, you know, our numbers are just so decisive here. They're really running out of knights as well. They hired another band of mercenaries. 8 months. The dog will come with us. It will come to my council chambers. And the dog is very good at intimidating my courtiers. 3 months? 3 months. Wow, they are just hiring a chain of mercenaries to solve their problems. I think they're going to get there first, unfortunately. Okay. We need to come over, soundly trounce them, and then take this territory back. Papacy has probably been spending gold like water. But this is an issue of survival, so... There it is. There it is. This guy brought me back a magnificent goblet. This guy's going to take this in 2 months, and we're going to take this in 25 days. I'm hoping this is going to put us over enough that we are victorious in our endeavors. I guess we'll see. And then we've got some cash. Let's send everybody out on adventures. Especially if we can get domain tax plus or holding tax plus. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Okay, now we're gonna jump them again. Bring me back something great. The finer points of diplomacy. My subjects will only ever wish me well. Oh, I don't know about that, but maybe you should forgive them when they don't. All people are self-interested to some extent, I would say. Okay. We need a good chancellor. It's a Bobore. He did great. He was so good. He was at the Contesta. You know, the Contesta. He was at the poetry contest. I remember. Regalinde. Break it up. Had a Toad. And now, we're gonna have a Bowser. His name is a Bowser Mario. And one day, he's gonna be a mayor. A mayora. We are a house of stewards, they call us. You are in the house of Elrond. Alright, they seem to be running very low on troops. Go. Go, Cena. You've already brought us great items. Do whatever you need to. Go wherever you want to. Make it happen for us. Wow, their siege score is just so high compared to ours. What is going on? Strict towards servants. Shame on you, Petronella says. Shame on you. You are inside a royal courtroom. Your poor behavior and improper behavior, your poor attitude and improper behavior dragged this court down, giving our king a bad name among the monarchs of the world. It appears Petronella is having a problem with several of my servants again. She always has high expectations for them, especially when inside my courtroom. These expectations sometimes seem impossible to meet. My servants timidly apologize to Petronella for their mishap, whether it was real, actual mistake or not. I do not know. And it occurs to me that by engaging in this behavior, Petronella could be seen by some people as indirectly usurping my authority to discipline and reprimand my own servants in this courtroom. I am the king here. Any man who has to say I am the king is no true king. That's a dumb thing to say, just to recognize. I want to be clear that just because it was said by Tywin Lannister impressively as Charles Dance does not mean that is actually true and a good idea. Okay, Berengar is swayed, so now we're going to convert him to the witchcraft. And then we've got the Matanza fishing. Let's invest in that. More irrigation tanks. More large religious grand monasteries. We're blowing through all of our money, but in the process, I think we're really pumping Castidu up in development. I mean, 34 development is crazed. We're pulling in good tax money. We're spending money to make money. Did we finally stack wipe these guys? Excellent. I spent an enormous amount of money and now I'm in debt, which is bad. It's very bad to be in debt during war. Fortunately, this war looks like it's just about over. Especially because there are no enemy troops left to fight. Vadas's goblet. Let's see what this does. Yabdas's goblet is more court grandeur and some prestige. That's not really that good. Crime and punishment plus natural dread. Is it this type of book? No, because that's what I needed. My other books are better than this. Welcome to the communion, brother. Tell me, have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would have told you. It's a Sith legend. Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise. Birdie? Is that the name? Is it Birdo? The, like, Yoshi, like, sucking creature from Mario? Well, I'm gonna call her Birdo. And that's that. And she's gonna be a stewardship character. Shocking, I know. Generous king, let me express all gratitude and bring you good tidings. I have been thoroughly enjoying the... Oh, yes, yes. A higher inspiration level. Perfect, perfect. Wait, do I have a new item? Oh, it's the book. Right, it's the book. Crime and punishment. Set will roam falling. Finally give us the turnaround on target. Oh, and here we go. We got a nice regalia to carry with us as we enter Rome. There it is. Raided Rome successfully. We control Roma, the Vatican, and the Temple at Farfa. And this guy. We've got his stuff as well. Interesting. Very interesting. We're still good friends with the Pope as well. Well, I don't know why we wouldn't be. In fact, why don't we learn his language? It is a little strange. We must not be speaking Latin, right? Because I know Latin. I know Magdi, Greek, Berber, Italian Vulgar, and Latin. So what does he speak? He's focused on the destination before the journey. Always a problem, that. Okay, I think that personally holding Rome is a good plan because it's worth a lot of fucking money. I don't know that I'm supposed to fill these churches. Somebody else is supposed to do that, right? Like my priest is supposed to do that. I will need to give up one of my holdings. So, are there any holdings that are significantly less profitable or good than others? And I don't have any, like, secondary holdings somewhere, right? There it is. Domains. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think giving up my Corsican holding is going to be the choice here. So we want to give it to somebody who we can marry into the family. Unfortunately, it's going to be pretty hard. I think this guy's going to be dead before that happens. But everyone knows Sebustiano can be a randy fellow chasing after many a bosom. Nice. Yet lately he's complaining about being enthralled by a certain beautiful courtesan, to the point he is afraid she is binding him through dark magic. She's cursed me. I'm just a pawn in her game. She bends men's will for fun and laid a curse upon me. I have to find a cure. I have to clear my name. I've done things, and she'll make me do worse if the law doesn't get me first. This is what you get for indulging in your hobby. She is not some witch. Mind introducing us? No, she belongs to you? Ooh, fertility plus 10%. I don't know who this guy is, but yeah, I'll take him. So this fellow is married now, right? Just to be clear. Yes. Then let's get him producing cash for us. Now you're ready to roll it up. Hey, hey, roll and go. So it's not letting us grant these to anybody is a weird thing, but there we are. So we want to raise control here for sure. Oh, did that pop them in there? Okay, great. Excellent. We have the Colosseum, which lowers our army maintenance, which is great because we're already a peasant leader. All holdings in this duchy get 15% holding tax, which is great because holding tax is great. We have a university. This university is probably their Burj University. And then they got hamlets here. I think we want to combine cultural acceptance with the Italians. We're gonna leave the Booters behind for now, because if we can pick up Italian Republic legacy, that'd be great. And look, it's very interesting to start this as Cam Rupee and get collectivized agriculture, and that is the core of this run. But I want to make sure that we get back to sort of Latin, Italian names, and I mean, Shore Veers is pretty strange every time I see it overseeing like knights or something. Maybe I'm just like a real Western European guy, or as some people might know, an American. I'd be shocked if you didn't know I was an American at this point. But I would kind of like the names to switch back for a little bit. So we'll combine with the Italians and see what we can do. And of course, if we combine our progress, right, their progress in this with our progress in this, we're going to fill out a lot of these. I don't know how much longer I have to go before I can hybridize. There's a certain number of years that have to pass. You cannot form a hybrid culture with someone of the same heritage. Never mind then. Never mind that plan. Forget about it. That was a bad plan. I'm going to have to get Republic culture, Republic legacy the hard way. We're working our way towards profit now that I've sort of de-seated the Pope. We're going to keep picking away at papal counties and reduce the power of the Pope, and I would love to form a new religion once the Pope's power is fully broken. Now, we can start a legend called Edward the Martyr. It's a legend about the Pope. Oh, the Pope is running it. That's what it is. And then I have Defender of a Catholic Holy Site because we currently hold a Catholic Holy Site. So the plan is to create a new religion, convert all of our vassals and lands to it, including this holy site, and basically make it... we're going to form a new religion that's like Messalanianism, but, you know, accepted witchcraft, but with some custom stuff that makes me think that that would be a better idea. Now, something to consider would be turning Castedu into a mighty burge, because you can make your capital a burge, and then moving to Rome, because Rome is obviously like a super superior land. I mean, the amount of money we'll be pulling in Rome is going to be incredible. Also, when we build new cities here, once we have the Republic legacy, and if we culturify this, that would be great. Maybe that's the thing to do, is to promote our culture in Rome. Let me think about that. How long is that going to take? 42 years? I don't know about that one. That's a long time. All right, we can't grand right because we're in debt. So can we make a bit of money selling people back? Yeah, we need that money to get out of debt. I'm in debt. We want to corrupt the Catholicism in the world back to the true faith of the Horned God. We are breaking their power now. Etc., etc. Communalist Sardinian Goblet. Okay. Excitement isn't always so desirable. Tell me. Why? Okay, we can't sponsor this because we don't have enough money. And they're just going to make a goblet, and let me tell you something, we are flush on goblets. We have so many goblets. There we go. Now I can promote the Pope's legend, which would undoubtedly make him happy. But he's not spreading it very far. He's not being super aggressive about it. Now you've had a son, Carl Mario, who's getting married. That's not to our benefit. She's getting married as well. Tell me why. Giudice Istvinea Vecchio is marrying this 2-year-old girl. Did I do that? I think I probably did. Is it when I gave them this? Yeah, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Because we want it to end back up in our dynasty. Ah, my son has come to me with money. All right, so you are also part of our dynasty. You are also part of our dynasty, but you're not married to anybody yet. What if we give you this man? No? You say no? You need somebody fancier, my dear? You're difficult to... Is there a acceptance level here? What will it take for you to feel that this person is fancy enough? I'll get married on your own, I guess. Mario's. We got a Mario. This is not a Mario. Nor is he married to a Mario. Your son? What if we Mario-fied them? The only Mario I have is my daughter, and I need her for alliances. So it's going to be slightly harder, because I wasn't paying attention to the fact that these two were having tons of kids. We need to get the primary of my... You know, the primary heir of the regular line to marry into the primary Italian line to unite that kingdom into ours. I don't think we need to land or marry those kids yet. I'll probably be dead before that's an issue. So, yeah. I don't know. Decently looted. How unfortunate. What sort of crazed lunatic would raid the... Oh, it's me. I looted it. Who else to go to war with? This guy lost all of his special soldiers. So why not? Oh, because I'm at an activity. Yeah, we'll go after him next. Sure, why not? Love a good... Oh! He didn't just lose all his special soldiers. He lost his court. Salerno. Capua. Well, Capua is about to lose as well. Master Toma, who I don't know. They tell me he was my rival. I know nothing about this man. Okay. And then... Ooh, a free intrigue lifestyle. What to take here? Truth is relative is always a wild pick, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so we could try to go for Capua, Neapolis. That says it's a duchy, but it looks like... Oh, because it controls two of them. Let's just roll our way down the coast, I guess. Taking whatever we want. Expanding our reach and reforming Sicily into its own kingdom. Ah, we got a letter... Oh, we're giving a letter to the Pope where we talk about his gregarious and humble. We'll say he has empathy and a kind heart. I guess we could have also said unmatched people skills. Holy War. Why'd this be a whole... Oh my god, they're Asatrus. For the kingdom? Now, if I do this, do I get the Kingdom of Sicily title? I don't think so. And I only get one of these bad boys ever. So, yeah, here's what we want. We want Mediterranean conquest for County Capua. And then the inland stuff, that's somebody else's problem. That's for another generation. This guy has no armies, so I feel like we're just gonna roll over him. He just lost a war. To the modest King Harjjaravarman Harjjaravarman of Mario. Your letter is much appreciated. Your insight into the realm of God, something, something, something. Yes, we're good buds. Even though I just stole Rome from you, I still give you access from the Vatican to the outside world. I decline. I don't want your object. Someone down the line will try to kill me for it or steal it from me. We're going to raise our level of fame and renown and glory and whatever this is called, our grandeur level, by having the common food reviewing critics join us at my table. All right, I'm infirm, so that's, you know, that's the toll of the bell of death right here. It's quite bad to be infirm. I need her to go to manage domain to get us back up to the minimums. My son cannot handle that many holdings, which is bad. We really need quite a bit more. Now that I'm dying, I absolutely need to take care of succession. Bowser needs to be put into a... I think this is the guy that tried to give me stuff. Mr. Bowser, I know that you're a tiny, tiny little 2-year-old, but I need you to run this city. We built this city. Let's talk about alliance powers. How about that first? The Doge of Venice. We shall align with him. Marry his youngest daughter. Okay, we got that locked in. Then we install you into Ostia. Bing, bang, boom. Another succession crisis solved. Man, I've had to do so many runs, and I never knew about this one neat trick that makes things so much easier. Let's see here. Actually, I'm going to turn this on. I don't even know how these work yet, but we should turn them on as well. The Pope wants me to begin spreading the word of his legend. I will do so because you have asked, not because you're giving me money. I feel kind of bad because one day soon I will crush you and bring you under heel. What is happening? Is the Pope fighting an internal rebellion? Oh my god. He is fighting an internal rebellion. That's wild. Stay with me. Na, 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 na. Listen, 9 knights can hold a mountain pass, but I don't know that they can hold it against thousands of men. It'd be crazy if they did, though. Benevento. Luigi, become a witch. We are friends. We are closer to being friends with the Pope, I should say. We're not friends yet. Okay, we're just rushing time until we complete this siege. King Berengar II, who is the king of Italy. Oh, that's rough. Okay, the Doge is fighting. I mean, I'm allies with both people on this. I think I'm just gonna decline, man. I'm actually surprised it allows him to call me as a combatant to that. Margarita. Margarita, Margarita, Margarita Clementine. There we go. Another county in our hat. And call it macaroni. Doo-ba-doo-boo-boo-doo-doo-boo-boo-doo-doo-boo-doo. Back these guys for stewardship and marry them into the family. Let's see here. I mean, he'll be dead long before that kid has grown up. That's not a good plan. It's not even close. All right, this guy already married to a Mario. Absolutely. Oh, we should ensure, however, that marriage is matrilineal. Fantastical. I would like you to be the judge of Capua. Okay. We're spreading the word of the Mario Kingdom. We're bringing people under tribute, and it's time to get back to war again. Well, let's make sure that the people in the homeland aren't too upset. Popular opinion's great. They love us here. Absolutely love us. Mediterranean conquest for Neapolis. We holy war you for your duchy. That doesn't make a difference. So we'll just do the easier thing. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. We need a little bit more prestige. Might be worth considering a feast of some kind. Thank you for your performance, you Communalist Sardinians. The betrothed of Regalinde, King Tor of the North, died of a sudden illness. Okay, let's get a new alliance with the Kingdom of France. Of course. And we'll make it matrilineal. You know, I love a matrilineal marriage. I just love them. When they come into our family, to be clear. Okay. I think we can probably take their homelands before they can take our capital. They need 8 months. We need 7 months. It could get close because there are, of course, random events that can cause problems. 3 months versus 4 months. There are those random events right there. Okay. I just need him to... Let's see here. Block them in battle to keep them from finishing. And there it is. I do feel a little bad for throwing away the lives of hundreds of Crusaders. But, yeah. It accomplished our goals. So what are you gonna do? I think what we're gonna do is hold a nice feast to bring in maximum amount of prestige. If I can lock in Republican legacy before I die, I will have considered the rule of Old Harji here to be extremely successful. Napa was a is a Burge. It's a city of wonder. Ah, we may want to give up another of our personal holdings to take Nabula. Or alternatively, we give it to another person and get it in the Mario line one way or the other. That is also on the table here. I want to arrange a marriage to this girl. And with that in place, I will give you Igor Oskander. And it will eventually, it'll take a while, probably like 50 or 60 years. It'll come back to us. The holding of Neapoli. Can ask your head of faith for gold. Wild. Absolutely wild that we can do that, but there we are. And we are also a prophet. Cool. We have the money. We have that. Let's talk about reforming Catholicism into a communion is fine. But if we're going to do that, we want to change it to be lay clergy and then temporal for life appointments. Clerical marriage allowed. Clerics recruit people for the crusades. Anyone can be a cleric. Witchcraft is accepted. I wish I could say virtuous, but that's a rough one. And then we say killing anyone in the dynasty is criminal. And then we're going to say all of these are criminal. And we're doing that because we want to have reasons to revoke people's titles or pardon them. Not because we truly believe that that is true. Unrestricted marriage. We could go for polygamous marriage. I don't think so, though. We'll keep it reasonable. Divorce is allowed. We want to encourage women to divorce abusive men and shit like that. Reverse, of course, reverse. And then equal inheritance laws. I will become the head of faith because I hold position of head of faith is given to the founder of the faith. Yes, good, good. Okay. Now, what would be a good... Lustful is always good. Do they have the one that's like sacred childbirth? Here we go. Women are less likely to die. Yes, yes, that's a solid, solid tradition. We want everyone in our dynasty to have bigly take a vow of poverty, makes generous a virtue. Let's see here. Unreformed faiths to be hostile, considers African faiths to be hostile instead of evil. I don't know about that. We definitely don't want that. Hosting a feast earns piety and unlocks the brewery lines for temples and makes your people happier. Okay, that's interesting. County conversion speed faster, makes temperate a virtue. Characters of this faith get an additional bonus. So we're replacing armed pilgrimages with mendicant preachers, which I think is pretty interesting. And we need to choose a faith icon, something Christian. I think that's an Ankh rather than a... That's the St. Peter's cross, the Peter Crozier. We'll do that. And we shall call this the one true Christian faith for all. Well, the one true Christian faith. The adjective shall be Christian. A follower shall be Christian. And Christians worshipping the horn god. and bringing the light of communal activity and collectivized agriculture to all. Let peasants reign. The meek shall inherit the earth, and peace is in the shadow of swords. Done. Name ends with a space. Very well. Bing, bang. Just triple check to make sure I don't have any problems here. I don't think so. My close family will convert. Vassals will convert. My old faith will consider me hostile. I'm not super great about that. You have lost the patronage of the Knights Hospitaller Order. That's fine. I will appoint Mario, and then we're going to convert the papacy. Give praise for our new religion. And then I probably need to seat my daughters as mayors as well. So let's take a look at the mayorships of the local area. Just to get them out of the line of succession. Grant titles. Birdo Mario. Didn't I have you marry somebody for alliance power? Marry that guy. The world will see that God favors us. The Curiadora of Porture. And that has solved that problem once again. And then we need to seat priests in the temple districts. I prefer to seat priests who were Marios, of course. Here is Yoshi Mario. She's Catholic, but we'll do it anyway. We'll give a woman the power of the Vatican. Now that, I think, is incredible. All right, and then we demand that you convert to the one true Christian faith. I probably should have done that before making her a... Okay, we have Farfa now. Grant that as well to a Mario. How about Sardinia Mario? Will you convert? And then where's this other one? Here we go. Oh, this is your husband. We'll also make him a bishop, and then you'll both be bishops. Isn't that nice? That's so cool. You're both bishops of the new religion, the one true Christian faith. You want me to give you a hook? Very well. I will do so. And your daughter will marry my son. Mario. Did this guy convert? Yes, he's also Christian. Hopefully they will go around converting people to Christian. I want you to convert faith. Anyone that is Christian should start converting their lands to the faith. Oh, your land already is our faith. Excellent. And then the ones that don't need that should be building economic buildings. And you know what? I'm babbling on now. This is probably a good place to stop the recording while I touch things up in between episodes. How do you feel about our new religion, where I'm the new pope, the head of faith, Il Papa, and there's equality for men and women, everybody inherits, shit just gets insane. I mean, equality for all. That's the communal Sardinian way.